It was up to us to determine how much information that we get out of the interrogation rooms, depending on how we were on the blocks. I was there when Guantanamo opened. During the beginning of Guantanamo, we had no SOP, no standing operating procedure. It was basically we're writing the book as we went. It was really inhumane treatment there at the beginning. I was involved in the very first incident ever at Guantanamo, where we actually slammed a detainee on one of the blocks and slammed his head into the concrete. And the Marine general who was in charge at the time kind of came by and congratulated him. I witnessed detainees beaten to a bloody pulp, and to the fact that the concrete was actually stained with the blood. And it was not told to do, but we weren't told not to do it. It was kind of acceptable. We never had to do paperwork when there was an incident. Nobody ever got in trouble. It was kind of like, it happened, move on. And, as we were told every day we came into the camp, these are the guys who killed 3,000 people on American soil. These are the guys that will kill you if you turn your back on them. And this is your chance to get, revenge. And that's the attitude that a lot of us had. And, I've always been real honest. And I was just as upset and out to get revenge as everybody else there. And when incidents like that happen, whether we slammed the detainee or the internal reaction force came in and beat him to a pulp, or he laid there hogtied for hours on end or whatever, it was never looked down upon. It was kind of like, okay, actually, when I was involved in the first incident, I was actually told, good job. I was actually told, hey, at least you got you some, is exactly what I was told, as referring to as, kind of like congratulations.
What were some of the worst incidents that you were involved in at Guantanamo?
I think the worst thing I wasn't directly involved in, but I witnessed firsthand was a detainee. They told him to turn around and get on his hands and knees, and he listened to the instructions. They had a 5-man internal reaction force that was going to remove him from his cell. He had supposedly cursed at a female MP, and he turned around, put his hands on his head, and he opened up the cage door. And the number 1 man on the IRF team, or the internal reaction force team, carried a riot shield. He threw the riot shield to the side, and he had like a 3 to 4 feet gap, and he got a running start, leaped up, came back down, came on the back of the detainee. The other 4 guys came in, and they kicked and punched him, which seemed like, forever, but it's probably like 30 seconds or so. They yelled for the female guard to actually come into the cage, and they instructed her to strike him, which she did. They hogtied him. They stood up. The detainee laid there in a pool of blood. They actually had to rush him to the medical hospital there on post. Later on that night, as we were in our sleeping quarters, or we were all talking, and actually the NCOIC, the non-commissioned officer that was in charge of the camp that day, came in and made the comment that he said he had never heard his name in war crimes in the same sentence so many times. And the fact is, this detainee he's actually out of Guantanamo now, and still to this day he has physical issues due to that abuse and due to that beating he took that day.